Hi guys, it's me Andrea. I'm showing a page today and I start with Brushos. Start on dry watercolor paper, very heavy watercolor paper here, and sprinkle different colors. I'm using spring colors, greens and oranges and yellows and a tiny bit of, do I use red? Not really, no. Oranges and yellows and greens actually. So as I said, I sprinkled on dry and now I spritz water and I basically let it run the way it wants and I dabbed some off here. To my taste there wasn't enough orange, so I added here and dabbed some water off. That was running. It was far too much water there, but at the end of the day, that's how I let it dry. So, and now I'm working with my paint, and I start here with gesso because I wanted to have a good coverage, and you won't have it on brushes because they're so pigmented, they're always coming through. So that's why I go over with gesso, and I do that several times actually because the Brusho is pretty stubborn. It comes through and through and through. So you have to do that. If you don't want it to come through then and you want to have a good coverage, then go over with gesso several times. So I'm just scribbling here some flowers on. I wanted to make a spring page, a springy like page, because I'm so fed up with it. The weather, it doesn't. Then you have here. You have a day fairly nice, and then it snows again the next day. It is awful. I'm so fed up with it, and I'm so fed up with waiting for spring, and that will be the page all about. It starts all nicey, with all the flowers here, using acrylic paint to put or colorize it here with yellows and oranges, and this round flowers in the middle. I will use a really nice red. And as I said, it starts out very nicely, even with my stenciling light on the left, word stenciling. It's polite and nice, but then it starts to get a bit rude. So be aware of that, because I was fed up with being nice and friendly with the spring. Okay. As you can see, I'm using red here, and I'm staying very sketchy and scribbly, and not putting a lot of effort. Of course, I put effort into it, but I didn't want to have it realistic. Not able to make something realistic, so that's why I would stay in that case then in a very sketchy way. Because when you're not able to draw realistic and you're trying hard, that goes wrong. It looks awful. So stay sketchy. That makes it so much nicer looking. So I'm using different greens here to get a bit of variation down, a bit more life into it, and yeah, that's why I do very scribbly here on the bottom. And I think color-wise, that's it. I will let that dry to, oh no, even darker. So that even darker bit, but that's definitely the last bit I'm on paint I'm putting on there. So, but I will start soon with my stenciling, and that goes on the left side on top first. You scribble in dark green. Okay, and this is a stencil in a craft paper, very heavy craft paper, and it says Guten Tag, good day. That's what we say in Germany during the day. We have this good morning, Guten Morgen, and we have the good evening, Guten Abend, but we have as well the Guten Tag during the day, good day. That's what we say. And as I said before, this part is still friendly and nice, well behaved. Yeah. So and the same here. I put several layers on gesso on top before I start with my color, because I wanted to have it covered. and it's difficult on the Brushos. So I'm using the red, picking the red up from the flowers, and I will go over twice to have it very rich and juicy. And I dry it here, so it's don't have to worry about your stencil here. This is actually a stencil thingy makes it, Fabric-Stel, this memory thingy mixed media craft or so, their mixed media brand, you know. So the flowers are completely dry now, and what I do to emphasize this sketchy way, I go around with an ink pen and put a lot of sketchy lines around it, very loose. I'm not looking into staying in line or in the flowers, so I'm having it very loose in my hands and doing very sketchy lines here. Same around the lettuce, a bit, not that extreme, but I stay loosely there as well, that it fits with the flowers. So I couldn't find any spring word in German on my stencils, so I use big letter stamps, and this will be the word Frühling, that means spring. So I stamp that with VersaFine. That's always good, and it covers quite good. Really, the black is quite rich and works fine. And after I've done that, some of the dots on the U as an U, and then I forgot to press the button of the camera, but you know, you're not missing a lot. I scribbled some words there, and you can read it afterwards, but it's in German, so most of you won't understand it. You know, it's all this nice Guten Tag Frühling, good day, spring, but while I was making this page, I was a bit, no, and here finish being polite. And I said, yeah, the sentence says something like, move your ... over here, but immediately, and that's what we say in German, move your, yeah, beweg deinen Arsch over here, hierher, aber zack, zack, that means, zack, zack means yesterday. So it's not very polite, but I found it quite funny, and it's written scribbly, but of course you can read it. Yeah. Okay, a bit of shading here with my charcoal pen, and I went around the letters. You could see that the Frühling is in white and on top with a bit of grey shading, but that's it. And I think in the middle there was something missing. Yeah, I'm using a bit of acrylic ink here to have some splatters, but that's it. And the close-up is coming now soon. The only thing left to say is thanks a lot for watching. I hope you like it, and if so, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and even a comment would be fantastic. You can share the video as well. That would make me absolutely happy. So guys, thanks again for watching. I wish you a fantastic time, and I hope I will see you soon. Have a good time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Tschüss Leute. Tschüss.